I ask you to please follow the link in the description. Come on over to the Non-negotiables channel and join us all over here. Sorry guys for the late setup here. And I want to talk to you guys about a couple of interesting things. So I'm hoping that you'll all migrate over. We'll stay live on both channels for a few minutes just so that I can get everybody to come on over, and then we'll kill the stream on the Mark channel. Hey, let's also, just as a reminder, if you could subscribe and set all notifications for the Non-negotiables channel, that would be great. We streamed yesterday. I did not tie in the On the Mark side, and you know, there was like 130 people subscribed in the last week to Non-negotiables, but only a couple of people were able to join the stream, and I don't think that notifications were set to all. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. As I mentioned, the goal here is to podcast every day, you know, 20 minutes, half hour, whatever it is. Anything that's interesting, that's in the news, or is just interesting in general. And so last night, I watched The Social Dilemma. It's a documentary on social media and how it's affecting people and how it's affecting young people in particular. If you haven't seen it, I really recommend it. I think you should. And the thing is, as I'm watching it, you realize that social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all these things, they're built to manipulate you, right? The core of how they function is they sell your attention and the time you spend on the platform to advertisers. And so they're made, and the algorithms are made to optimize how much time you spend on the particular platform. And for me, the platform is YouTube. So the best way to get you to stay engaged is to tap into your rage, to talk to you on a level and about things that are going to piss you off, things that are especially speaking to your particular biases. And so the same exact the same exact platform talking about a particular topic, the election or whatever it is. If Google has realized that you are left-leaning, they'll feed you Young Turks and that sort of stuff. And for folks like myself and most of the folks here on the channel, they're going to feed you, On the Mark and Tim Pool and Ben Shapiro. And we all know that it works that way, right? We all have heard about how this stuff is tailor-made, but what I hadn't really tapped into, and I may have known it intellectually, was that it's not just that the content is curated for you based on your likes. It's that the content is curated with the express purpose of making you feel rage. And so I'm watching that, and I'm starting to sort of think about how I feel, how I feel about the left in this country, how I feel about the Democrats in general, the politics of the left. And I feel rage. I really do feel rage. I talk about my kids on this channel all the time, and all I do in my life is for the purpose of setting them up for the future. But all I see from literally half of this country is a willingness to take on policies and do things that are going to destroy the future for my kids. And so I'm mad at them. I'm angry at them. And then I realized something. Yes, as a nation, we'd be better off if there was less rage. We would be better off if everyone decided to sort of hear each other out and not uh, close themselves off in their own little private utopian bubble. But what about when you're right? And I don't mean right wing, I mean correct. Objectively correct in your assessment of the other side. I believe that conservatives, by and large, I talk about it all the time, we're definitely playing a rigged game, right? We're definitely not playing by the same rules, even in the same universe as the left. But the frustrating thing is we can actually assess our beliefs. We can put statistics to our beliefs. We can put historical context to our beliefs. And I don't care about being in a bubble. It doesn't matter that we're in a bubble. If by and large what you believe, what you know to be true, what you want for the future, the policies that you know would be best for the nation, when you're right about it, when you're objectively correct about it, what do? In reality, the problem is not the bubble, because honestly, most of us, we look for the other side of the argument in all things, or in most things. So yeah, I get it. YouTube is feeding me, curated information to keep me enraged and watching. But I listen and I find Young Turks and I watch Kyle Kalinski's videos. I want to know what the other side is saying on a particular topic. I think that's that's true about people on the right generally. So I don't know. I mean, what do you do at that point? What do you do? The left, and you say, well, Mark, you're actually just you're feeding into the whole thing, right? You think you're right, but the left thinks they're right also. That you think you are objectively correct, but they do too. Yeah, but they're not. And this isn't just beating your chest stuff. This is honestly, truly, measurably, they're not. And we know that by, for example, the things that they argue about, right? So the left will argue about, how Trump is a racist, and never once be able to lay out or point you to a video of him actually saying something racist. The left will talk about universal health care. And when you bring up the fact that, yeah, but that's going to bring quality of care down or make it non-existent, especially over time, they just can't grasp that notion, right? They don't see, they don't look for the downside to their arguments. They can't bring themselves to challenge themselves. And so if you can't bring yourself to challenge your beliefs, if you can't put yourself out there, put yourself on the line to potentially be wrong, aren't you wrong from jump at that point? The fact that you need your Baba, the fact that you cannot get out of your own little encapsulated circle, doesn't that mean that you're starting off wrong? At the very least, you're operating from a place of blind faith. So that's my point. What do you do ultimately when you are objectively correct about what you believe, and you're dealing with another side of the fence? You have your counterparts, the other half of the country, that won't just, it's not that they just don't listen to you and they won't hear you out and they won't give your argument a fair shake. It's that they can't hear your argument. They can't. They don't seek it out. In that documentary, there was a guy who said, you know, the thing with social media is it's not that you're sealed off from the information, right? You've got left and right information, and depending on where you fall, the floor is tilted, right? It's not that it's not there. It's not that the information is being hidden from you for the other side of the argument. Is that the floor is tilted, and so human nature would force you to stay on the lower end rather than climb uphill to find the opposing view. And so I thought that was a really great way of putting it, you know, because I do, many of you do, most of you do. Go ahead and climb uphill, and it is an uphill climb. When we go to Google and we're trying to find information, I tried to do a video on crime rates by race. Try to find information on crime rates by race in Google. It's next to impossible. Doesn't matter how you search it, what words you use, you dig and dig and dig and dig, and what you find is CNN article after MSNBC article after ABC article about how crime rates by race, you know, they're inconclusive. It's an amazing thing to behold. Folks, you over there on the On the Mark channel, there's 8 of you there. Thanks so much for watching. I'm about to cut off this stream though, and On the Mark. In the link of the video you're watching, in the link in the description, there's a link to this other live stream on my other channel. Hop over to the Non-negotiables channel, subscribe please, and go ahead and mark the little bell for all notifications. We're trying to bring this new channel to life, and I really need your help in order to do that. So I'm going to sign off here and On the Mark. Just pop on over to the other side, and thanks again. All right. So let's take a look here. I want to show you guys. I'll get out of here. Sorry. I want to show you guys some stuff regarding this notion of, you know, the fact that we are right. All right. Come on. All right, sorry about that. All right, so I want to start talking to you guys a little bit about what's next. I want us to start to make time to sort of lay out the groundwork ahead. Maybe not in this time for Thanksgiving, but after Thanksgiving, maybe we as a community can start to make some plans for how we're going to take care of ourselves and each other under a Biden presidency, because it doesn't look good, honestly. The more I look at what's happening, you know, with Sidney Powell, and with all of the conversations surrounding these state certifications in Michigan, Pennsylvania, I just don't think that there's going to be any way that the powers that be allow Trump to remain in office. I want him to. Man, I want him to. I said it the day of the election. If he said, you know what, I don't care what the election's saying, and he just strong-armed himself into the position, I might just say, you know, well, listen, the guy's got to do what he's got to do, you know, because I really want Trump to remain. But the fight is real, y'all, and there are scratching and crawling, and it almost doesn't matter what they come up with. Doesn't matter that the election is just impossible that he lost, and it's impossible that Biden got 80+ million views or votes. It doesn't matter. These animals are going to fight and fight hard, and they're just not going to let it slide. The only way Trump was going to remain in office is if he won an absolute landslide, which he did, but they stole it. Anyway, Trump, you guys must have heard by now, he said, look, do what you got to do. Go ahead and put your, get the transition team, give them the information they need, put some people in charge of transferring over information. We'll keep fighting the good fight, but, just in case, go ahead and hand over the information, start helping out with the transition. And he's watching what we're watching. Pennsylvania is voted to certify. Michigan is voting to certify. Bottom line is there's got to be Rudy Giuliani. He's gone up ahead of a few judges. His basic pitch was, look, there's no way to tell with this mail-in voting which votes are good, which ones are bad, which ones are fraudulent, which ones are not. So his whole point right from jump was to, and I think he talked about this on Glenn Beck, was to essentially make it so that hundreds of thousands of votes would be discounted. Pennsylvania Supreme Court rules that certain mail-in ballots without declaration dates may be counted. So it doesn't matter if they're not dated. Pennsylvania was also the state that said we're going to go ahead and allow votes with no signature verification. Bottom line is they weren't going to let this thing slide. They were going to let it go. So, okay, the point of the whole podcast is, what do you do when you're right? I think we have an opportunity as a unit, as this 74 million person or 78 million person army that voted for Trump. I think we have an opportunity to start, opening the eyes of our compatriots on the left. I don't know. I feel like I'm just pissing in the wind when I say stuff like that. But if we take a look at what Biden is trying to build as far as his team is concerned, and I don't know why my computer's going so slow. It says here that I've lost a bunch of screens. Damn it.